Good morning. Happy Monday. Shoot, I had 30 seconds during my countdown to edit one of my banners and I messed up. What's up? Good morning. College game day. Look at this shirt. My wife says it's loud. It's college game day. The Western Illinois Leathernecks in town tonight, taking on the Wisconsin Badgers at the Kohl Center. I'll be there. We have an alumni event this afternoon down on State Street at Whiskey Jack's. So looking forward to that. I'll be at the alumni event, and then we'll head down to the Kohl Center. It's an early game, 6 o'clock. I assume it's on Big Ten Network tonight, so you can root on my alma mater. Normally, I'm a Badger fan, but not tonight. Not tonight. Purple and gold, baby. Go Western. Last time the Leathernecks were in town, I was called out of retirement. I think I was in Madison. It was my second year here. And it was one of the early games. It was actually the season opener for both teams. And sports information director reached out. He's like, hey, we're kind of in a conundrum. Football is at Indiana State, so our new play-by-play guy is on the road. Can you do the basketball broadcast? And it was not the day of. He gave me a couple weeks notice. And I'm like, absolutely. So I stepped in, broadcast the game, and the Western Illinois Leathernecks shocked the world. In fact, it was a season opener. Would this have been 2015 or 2016? The Badgers had come off back-to-back Final Four appearances. In fact, the night they lost to the Leathernecks, Wisconsin was raising the banner after having played in the national championship game just 6 months prior. And they lost to Western Illinois, WIU. So will the same result happen tonight? Probably not. I've seen the Leathernecks in action. Don't think they can take down the Badgers. The Badgers are vulnerable, but I just don't see it happening. But it's going to be a fun game nonetheless. So I'm looking forward to heading downtown. I haven't been downtown in I'm trying to think of the last time I was at Sardine last week. Okay, so it's been a week. Sardine's not really downtown. It's on Lake Monona. Close enough. The last time I was downtown might have been, this is how long it's been. The last time I was downtown may have been when Dan, Korean Cardboard, was in town for the Madison Card Show. That was like a year and a half ago. So I think that may have been the last time I stepped foot down. Now I've been close to it. I've been down John Dolan Drive over to Sardine. But as far as downtown proper goes, I'm trying to think. I don't think I've been to downtown proper. And it's 15 minutes, 20 minutes from my house. But I think that's the last time I was down there. We went to the Old Fashioned. So that's what's in store for me. Depending on how things go, I'm preparing and planning that I'm just going to drink a lot tonight, that I may sleep in tomorrow. So if I'm not on time tomorrow, it's because I'm a little hungover and tired. But it's an early game. And it kind of depends on the crowd. I don't know who's coming. I have zero idea who's coming to the game. If my buddy JB is coming, I haven't reached out to him. I don't know if he's coming. If he's coming, probably going to drink a lot of beer. My former coworker has season tickets. He'll be at the game. If we decide to go out after the game, I might have a few beers. So if not, my wife's driving me down this afternoon, and then I'm going to Uber home. So, I was prepared, responsibly prepared. If it so happens that I end up drinking a lot, Uber home. So that's on the docket today. Actually, before that, I've got a lot of shipping to do. By the way, the 50% off Black Friday weekend sale. Holy shit. I sold a lot. Well over 1,000 cards. Probably close to 2,000 cards sold since Friday morning. Right now, and I shipped a lot yesterday, and I woke up to right now 371 orders to ship, not cards, orders to ship. And of course, the Black Friday sale, buy 5 or more, do the math. A lot of freaking cards. So I'll be shipping basically all day until 2:45 when I head out. So getting those orders shipped out this week. Depending on when you order, my handling time is 3, because I saw a lot of familiar names that are here in the chat. My handling time is 3 business days. So Thanksgiving is not a business day. Saturday is not a business day. Sunday is not a business day. So, but I try to get it. I try to get at least a day ahead on orders. Today, this week, probably going to be crunch time, and I'm going to be running up against the wall on getting orders out within that 3-day handling time. So be prepared. Be prepared. So thank you, though. Thank you very much. Phenomenal sale in the last week. I've picked up 2 nice collections, many of which from last week have already been listed. Many sold already. That was a good buy. That was a really good buy. Paid $300. Made $200 on the super short prints out of opening day. A lot of those cards I put in my quarter boxes and some in dollar boxes on Saturday at the Madison card show. And then I listed a bunch that sold through the Black Friday sale. So a really good purchase there. I've been going through the collection that I bought Saturday. Was doing a little bit of that last night. So some decent, pretty much a lot of, so with what I bought on Saturday, it's a lot of, it's there's no in between really. It's a whole bunch of, it's like 20 to 25,000 junk wax and 20 to 25,000 2022 and 2023 tops. No Bowman, no Stadium Club, no Heritage, none of that. Tops. Tops is a tough move. So a lot of that stuff will just go in bulk. Like, obviously the 90s stuff, I'm going to pull some of the stars. I'm pulling all the Cubs. Stars go in the quarter box. There's some like Deion Sanders rookies. There's like 5 to 10 of those. Yeah, I might just lot up, put on eBay. Otherwise, the other stuff's going in quarter boxes and bulk. No in between. The modern stuff, there is like probably a 4-row full of foils and home field advantage and Gunnar Henderson and Adley Rutschman rookies and all of the inserts, like inserts out the wazoo. Going to be some good quarter boxes because a lot of that stuff's going to go in quarter boxes. There's at least a dozen, maybe 20 to maybe 2 dozen autographs. Again, those are going to be like $5 autographs. So there's going to be a lot of work that goes into, recouping. I paid $600 for for this collection, but it's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a grind, but well worth it. I'm going to tell you what, if you're looking, I had somebody comment, it was on my sourcing video, Sourcing 101. And I really should do a Sourcing 101 book video. But Hobby Evolution, you know how we roll. If you've been here, you know how Hobby Evolution goes. We don't really talk about the topic. It's just kind of there and we'll touch on it. If you have questions, jump in the live, ask me a question. I see a couple questions already. We'll get to those. But that's just how we roll here. Should I do separate videos? Absolutely. It's just not a priority for me right now. But on sourcing, right now, there are flipping deals to be made. I was just scrolling through Facebook Marketplace last night, and let me tell you what, there's a lot of bulk and like at good prices, not overpriced garbage either. There's a lot of garbage. And it's funny, just like this collection I picked up Saturday, where it's all 1990 and all 2022, 2023. That's what I'm seeing on Facebook Marketplace. Every once in a while, I'll see some vintage, but it's either junk wax, a whole bunch of complete sets from 88 to 92, or it's a bunch of blasters from the last 3 years. That's what's out there. So it just tells you how much was produced in point A and now today in point B. But there's a lot. If you're looking for bulk, there's a lot of, I'm turning down, in the last 6 months, I've turned down way more buying opportunities than I've actually bought, just because it's a flood. And some of it's like, I don't need that. You've seen my card room. What you're trying to sell me is what I have an entire card room of. I don't need any more. So when I do buy, I'm looking to take some of the cream off the top. I don't need a whole bunch of, this was an exception Saturday because of, probably filling a 4 or 5 row box of good stuff: autos, short prints, serial numbers, foils, autographs. But the other stuff, like if it was mostly the other stuff, it'd be like, I'm going to pass. I don't need any more 90 score Ken Griffey Jr. cards. I don't need any more 2022 Topps base. I don't want any 2022 Topps base, 2023 Topps base. But if you've got the autos and the foils and all that stuff, then it's okay. A couple good questions in the chat I see popping up. So that's about what I did yesterday. I shipped and I sorted. Shipped and sorted, sorted and shipped. I was sorting Hallmark Christmas movie break. I was sorting last night. I picked up a whole bunch of cards to be prepared for this morning so I can go right from here to the shipping room. And there was a movie that I'd actually they've been promoting this on the Hallmark channel for a month. And it's with she was in One Tree Hill. One Tree Hill. Can't think of her name, but she's I like her. She was in the movie called A Biltmore Christmas. And it's got like some time travel. I love time travel. Love time travel. You see the book over my shoulder right there, 11/22/63. Stephen King, time travel. Love it. So A Biltmore Christmas, I was excited. I'm pulling cards. I look, it's like, oh crap, I think A Biltmore Christmas has begun. So Sophia. No, not Sophia Bush. And I'm thinking Hillary, but it's not Hillary because I think Hillary was the other one. There's three ladies from One Tree Hill. It's not Hillary. It's not Sophia. Bethany Joy Lenz. Bethany Joy Lenz. That's who it is. So I turned it on at like 7:15. It was okay. Thank you, Todd. Yes, Bethany Joy Lenz. It was okay. It was okay. Maybe I wasn't in the mood. I don't know. But it was okay. I'll give it another shot because I'm sure they're going to run it a lot. A Biltmore Christmas. They really built it up. Built. They really built that movie up. And I guess the Biltmore is like a real hotel in North Carolina, I believe. So there must have been some type of sponsorship deal going on. So pretty cool. They had a whole big to-do about it, and it's been heavily promoted over the last month. A Biltmore Christmas was on the Hallmark movie channel, Hallmark Christmas movie last night. It's college game day, and Dan says, go Salukis too. I can't root for Southern. After having the kids off school for 5 days, I could use a day off. I cannot imagine. Although the Salukis and the Leathernecks no longer in the same conference. Now they've never been in the same, they have been in the same conference in basketball, but years and years ago. But they were together in the Missouri Valley Football Conference, but then Southern was in the Missouri Valley Conference for both sports, for all sports. Western was only in the Missouri Valley Football Conference, which is a completely different, that many people don't understand. Those are two completely separate entities. The Missouri Valley Conference and the Missouri Valley Football Conference are two completely different entities. Missouri Valley Football Conference, obviously, only for football. Missouri Valley Conference, and they're not associated. They have no association whatsoever outside of some of the teams overlap. But they have different offices, different staff, all of that stuff. SIU was in both conferences. Western was in the Missouri Valley Football Conference. And then for all other sports, they were in the Summit League. They have left the the Summit League, and they are now in the OVC, the Ohio Valley Conference. So if any of you are OVC alums or fans, the new kid in town is the Western Illinois Leathernecks. Harlan's in the house. What's going on, Harlan? Good morning to you. We've got David here. What's up, David? Tracy, good morning. Back to school. Isn't this always not for me, but I bet for you, it's a bummer going back to school. Dave Arnold's in the chat. I see him pop up somewhere. He's probably on his way to Bushnell, BPC High School. Yeah, I guess it's probably a bummer after having, a 5-day weekend at least? Probably a 4.5-day weekend, probably early release on Wednesday. Maybe you get Wednesday off now. Steel Cards, good morning to you. Bill's in the house. What's up, Bill? Good morning. Reppin' Rajon Rondo is here. Good morning. Donald's in the house. What's going on? JW is here. Good morning. Another primetime spot tonight for the Bears. Maybe the NFL was thinking the same thing I was thinking with my stupid prediction that the Bears were a playoff team this year. I was scoreboard watching, though. I was watching those scores. Right now, the Bears have if the season were to end right now, before tonight's game, the Bears would hold the number 1 overall pick from the Carolina Panthers and the number 4 overall pick. And I think it's the Cardinals and I think Patriots are between them. Now, that's not good because the Cardinals are probably another team that is going to want Marvin Harrison Jr. toward the top. And I want the Bears to take Marvin Harrison Jr. So that's why, in some of my chats, it's like, I want them to lose. Well, we're going to get the number 1 overall pick, but there's an opportunity cost. If you get the 1 and the 4, you're going to have to take Marvin Harrison Jr. with the number 1 pick, and then the number 4 pick, you're going to, take a lineman or whatever. Who knows? That's what I think they should take, but I'm not very smart when it comes to the NFL general management. But if you get the number 1 and number 2, you have leverage. You can trade down the number 2. You can get another top 10 pick this year and another first round next year. Still get Marvin Harrison Jr. with that second pick, and then say it's the 7th pick or the 6th pick. There's still probably going to be a top lineman there that you can draft, and so you have an additional first rounder next year. And probably a 3rd round, 4th round, whatever, 2nd round possibly, in addition to the 2 guys that you already want. So that's the importance of losing games for draft picks. Philly Joe, what's going on? Good morning. Dave, there he is. Spartan Power, baby. Bushnell Prairie City represent. Dan, there he is. What's up, Dan? Low Roller Scratcher, he's got a Cyber Monday sale up to 90% off. Let's see. Running Buck Woodcraft. Happy Cyber Monday. I'm when it comes to baseball cards, Cyber Monday sales suck because most of the big online retailers that have the best card related sales run them the entire month of November. And then it culminates with Black Friday. Here lately, over the last couple of years, there is no culmination. It's basically like, what you see is what you get. What you see the entire month of November is what you get on Black Friday. It's all the same, which is what worked out, at least with Blowout, which is the main one. By the way, I don't know if James is here. I sent you a DM on Twitter last night. Dave and Adams had 2022 Bowman Draft light boxes for $80, which is a steal. get a Ray Wave Jackson Holiday, boom, pays for your whole box. So I think that's the cheap. I've seen them for 90. I don't know if I've seen them for 80, but they are 80. I think, Dave Adams had those. I don't know if they're still in stock. I doubt they're still in stock. I guess we could go look. David Adams, I think the only one that really had any Cyber Monday deals. Blowout really doesn't do any Cyber Monday deals. Okay, so let's scroll. Let's share this screen. Cyber Monday. David Adams, DA Card World. They've got 2023 Bowman Mega Boxes for $40, and that's basically isn't that MSRP? Isn't that what they were at release? So if you didn't find any, I thought they were kind of garbage, so I'm not buying any Bowman Mega Boxes. Normally, I would be eating that up. 2023 Topps Big League, a hobby box for $25. You can't go wrong with a hobby box for $25. That's the thing. Even at $55, the regular price. Well, what about the kids? We don't have any products that are cheap for kids. Well, there you go. Well, they don't want that one. They want freaking national treasures. Well, we want. So those are two good deals. Let's see. Some Bowman Chrome. 2023 Bowman Chrome HTA for $250. I think I paid like $360 for mine on pre-order. So there you go. $250 for both a hobby and a HTA. By the way, HTA, you only get 3 cards, all 3 autographs. So just be aware of that if you so choose. What else do we have? I'm looking for those 2022 Bowman Draft Light. Another one that I like is these Panini Stars and Stripes blaster case. You get 20 boxes for $190. That's like $10 a blaster. You can't go wrong there. That's a good deal. I'm surprised there's still 56% remaining in stock. Here we go. The Bowman Draft Light boxes. They're still 59% in stock. 59% remaining on the 2022 Bowman Draft Hobby Light boxes. I almost bought all. You can max your card at 15. I almost bought 15 last night, and I'm like, you know what? I bought a lot at the Madison Card Show this past weekend. I bought a collection last week. I've got shows coming up in Janesville and St. Charles. I think I'm just going to hold off. I bought enough wax during these Black Friday sales. But there you go, Dave and Adams. This is not an advertisement. Little sales on Cyber Monday from DA Card World. Big John says, do you auto-combine shipping? No, I do not combine shipping because I have free shipping on everything. It just saves me time. Free shipping does bump you in the eBay algorithm. eBay's search algorithm does give preferential treatment to free shipping listings. So that's one reason. But even more so than that for me, I don't have to set up combined shipping rules. And that's a pain in the ass in itself. And then fielding all the questions. I still get people asking me to combine shipping. It's like, it's free. But if you did have to set up those rules for combined shipping, you would be fielding emails all day long. At least I would be. Do you combine shipping? So no, I don't combine shipping. I just have free shipping on everything. And if you may be asking, well, don't you lose money? No, because I price 63 cents into the listing. So just add 63 cents. If you want to sell a card for $1.50 plus 63 cents shipping, just put $2.23, $2.13 free shipping. It's just that easy. Low roller scratcher. I don't know. That's a no from me, pal. I ordered your Jackson Cheerio first Bowman. Got them for $250 each. I feel they will go. Hell yeah. That was a deal. And I'm surprised those didn't sell faster. Even at $5. I think $5. I think they're going to be, once he gets called up, I think Jackson Cheerio first Bowman papers will be $10 cards at call up. So heck yeah, getting them at $250, a great deal. And I'm surprised they were still there last night. So I think I had 5 or 6 of them in stock. Christian, good morning. What's happening? That dude from Duryea, he's got a question. This is a good question. I see this pop up in Facebook groups. I see this question a lot. What do you do with complete sets? Sell or break them up? Actually, it doesn't really depend. Basically, I break them all up. Because when I think of complete sets, it's 88 to 92, right? If it's 88 to 92, I'm just going to I'm going to pull all the Cubs and put those in my Cubs boxes. I'm going to set aside, if it's 88, Tom Glavine, and I'll list Bo Jackson, Tom Glavine. Those will be $1.75 cards, free shipping in my eBay store. The rest just get bulked out. I'll pull the Cubs go in my Cubs, and I'll pull 20 of the Stars and list those on eBay or put those in a player lot, something like that. The commons, they all go in my bulk lot, and I sell a truckload for $500. That's how I roll, because those sets sell for like $5. And so it's just not worth the hassle of shipping them. And they're going to sit a while. Now, so is a 1988 Topps Bo Jackson. It's going to sit. It's not going to sell overnight. That's the thing with 80s and 90s. It's not going to sell overnight. So it's kind of a horse apiece. Yeah, you can get you're going to have to make more sales to equal what you'll sell the complete set for, but you might get there faster by selling singles than, you may have a complete set in your eBay store for 2 years and it still hasn't sold, but it may take 6 months, a year to make $10, $15 off the single. So it's really it's not a damned if you do, damned if you don't, but yeah, it kind of is. It's a horse apiece, in my opinion. What I do is I break them up. But if you just want to get rid of them, fast, just take them to it. Try to sell them at a card show for $5 a piece. You're probably going to get people offering you $3, $2. Can I get them for $2 if I buy them all? $3. So there's really just not much value in those. So do whatever you are most comfortable with. If you just want to list them and they're okay sitting in a closet or wherever, list them on eBay, and maybe you'll sell them faster, maybe you won't. But at the same time, if you're putting them, the commons or the Stars for $1.75, they're also probably going to sit for a while. So there's really not a good answer for that. It's kind of personal preference. Victor, what's happening? Good morning. Mark Hoyle's Impossible Dream. Mark, what's up? Good morning to you. Let's see. A Collector's Dream is in the house. Good morning. Let's see. Max says Sophia's the only one worth it from One Tree Hill. See, I think probably when it was on originally, I would have agreed with you. Now today, I'm more of a Bethany Joy Lenz fan. See, Sophia, it's like good girl, bad girl. Sophia Bush was the bad girl. Bethany Joy Lenz, she was the good girl. And like as I get older, it's like, oh, like Sophia's drama, man. You don't want drama in your life. Blaine, what's up? It was home of the Vanderbilts. Oh, yes, I did hear them talk about the George Vanderbilt in one of their breaks, because they had like a panel. They were talking about various things, and I think I heard George Vanderbilt. The Biltmore. I guess, hey, the Biltmore Vanderbilt. There you go. Good morning, Flawed Thinker. What's up? Was able to get some deals on product this weekend. Most will be going up for sale, but I'm definitely going to rip some of it. There you go. Too bad Arizona lost. Yes. And that was, I think, a close game, right? That's the team I'm worried about, because they would, I think they're probably chasing, but they could be in the mix for a quarterback also. I was reading an article about that. It's like, well, if Kyler Murray, is he back? I think he might be back, but if they lose faith in him, they could be in the mix for a quarterback. That would be good for the Bears, because I think the Bears are probably targeting. I'm thinking the Bears are sticking with Justin Fields. I hope so. I hope they don't stick with the coaching staff. Get a coaching staff in that's A, good, and B, wants to work with Justin Fields. And then we can build around that. Marvin Harrison, again, Marvin Harrison Jr., another weapon, an offensive lineman for some protection. That would be ideal. Tanked Up Threads, what's up? Good morning. Happy Monday. Bears lost day. That's what we're rooting for. A Bears loss tonight. Hello, Tiger727. What's going on? Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I did. I ate a lot. That's what you're supposed to do. JW says Harrison Jr. couldn't help out again. Michigan, Saturday, go blue. See, I'm like so indifferent when it comes to that rivalry. I like have, it's like, I was surprised by how much Michigan and Ohio State gear I saw at the show here in Madison, Wisconsin, home of the Badgers. A lot of people wearing Michigan, Ohio State colors on Saturday for that big rivalry game. And I'm just like, I don't care. I honestly, like, okay, if you told me, okay, you have to root for one of these teams today, I don't know who I would root for. Probably Michigan because Harbaugh. But I like Marvin Harrison Jr. Who else? And I like Harbaugh more than I like Ryan Day, the Ohio State head coach. So I guess I'm skewing Michigan here. I really couldn't care less, but I'll skew Michigan. Flawed Thinker says, I needed Warren from Pittsburgh to run for over 49.5 yards to complete my 7-leg parlay. He got 49. Maybe I should just do scratch-offs. There you go. And skill games. Stick to skill games. JW says they were trying to get him more involved in the game. Johnny M says, good morning. Don't rule the Jets out for the number 1 pick. Where are the Jets actually have like 4 or 5 wins, don't they? I mean, there's still a lot of season left. Where are we at? Where is my app? There it is. Okay. So as it is today, it's the Panthers. The Panthers are 1-10. The Cardinals are 2-10. The Bears are 3-8. The Giants and Commanders are both 4-8. That's the NFC. In the AFC, the Patriots are 2-9. And then there's a bunch of 4-win teams. The Jets are one of the 4-win teams. The Jets, the Titans, the Chargers, all 4 wins. The Raiders, the Bengals, 5 wins. So with 6 games to go. So are they in the mix? Yes. They're probably certainly down. I mean, I think the Panthers, I think they've got the easiest path to number 1. They are just really bad. The Cardinals are not looking very good either. David says, if Bears have number 1 pick, they will most likely trade it for additional draft capital. They most likely will have the number 1 pick because they have Carolina's first round, and they are just brutally bad. So it's a pretty good chance that the Bears will have the number 1 pick. Here's what I want the Bears to have Carolina's number 1 pick. If the Panthers keep losing, which they probably will, hopefully, fingers crossed. My hope is they get that pick and they do trade it for additional draft capital, but also have a high enough pick to get Marvin Harrison Jr. So hopefully, they get the number 2. They keep losing and beat out everybody for the number 2 pick. I don't see that happening. I think the Bears are going to win enough games to probably get like the number 4 or 5 pick. And then it's going to be like, okay, now what? But I'd love them to get the number 2 pick so you don't have to worry about other teams. Johnny M says 35 orders since yesterday. A lot for me, many multi-orders. I do 1-day shipping to get the TRS discount on fees. And a lot of people do that. I don't do that because I have 371 orders to ship. So to get all of that done is just, I don't want that. I don't need that stress in my life to save a few bucks. So that's the if I had a lot less orders, I would probably do that. But it's just I like the leverage that I can use where I'm not, I don't have to, especially when I leave town, if I'm out of town or if I'm going to an event and it's like, oh, I have 371 items that I need to get shipped by whatever time. Or if, I'm out of town, because I ship every single day of the week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So gotta have that leverage. Low Roller says, I finally won fantasy football this week. I was 0-9. That's not good. Max says, sealed factory sets are a different story. No, not from 88 to 92. Not from 88 to 92. Let's see. Good morning, Stuke. What's up? Sad to see the Leathernecks leave the Missouri Valley for the Ohio Valley. Yep. I was not, because the Missouri Valley Football Conference is one of the probably the best FCS football divisions in Western Illinois. Is not good. Not good at all. In fact, not good is an understatement. They have not won a game in now 2 full seasons. So not good. So I am happy to see them leave the Summit League and the Missouri Valley Football Conference. Where are we at? Low Roller says, more time watching your live stream since my skill games got banned. Max says, I'm just talking looks. One needs hair dye. The other is just plain ugly. Sophia's still really good looking and the raspy voice is top notch. Any woman will have drama. Dan says, what was the buzz about Jordan Love at the card show this past weekend? Let's see. I'm trying to think if I heard anybody talking about Jordan Love. I had one customer that was asking if anybody had Jordan Love autos. I think that was it. But in all honesty, I wasn't really paying close attention to what people were looking for. Luka, people were so basketball, I guess. There were people looking at basketball. Football names, I don't even recall. I did hear some people talking about Tua. Who else? Yeah. It's funny because people were spending money. People were buying cards. But I just wasn't really paying attention to what they were looking for. The funny thing is, here in Wisconsin, where you would think there would be buzz all over about Jordan Love, there was buzz about Jordan Love like preseason. Jordan Love and Justin Fields were like the two. Everybody was looking for Jordan Love and Justin Fields. Now, fast forward to the season actually playing out, they have not lived up to their preseason expectations. Now, Love had a good game on Thanksgiving, but I didn't really move the needle. But I think there's also a lot of buzz preseason anyway. And by this time, it's kind of like the letdown. But people were spending money. I just don't know what they were really. I was at my table a lot, which is good. It means there's a lot of people at my table. Usually when I get a good sense of the buzz around the show, it's when my bargain boxes are a little slower and there's only like one or two, and I know they're going to sit there and dig, for a couple hours. So I'm like, hey, I'll be back. If anybody needs something, just ask them what it is and let me know when I get back. Dan says Eberflus makes Tressman look good. There's some truth in that. It's like, how can it get any worse than Mark Tressman? Enter Matt Eberflus. Max says, I'd root for either outside of the Big Ten. However, I will root for anyone in the Big Ten over Ohio State. Worst fans by a long shot. Shane says, good morning. Go Broncos. Max says, can't spell. Oh, yeah, there you go. Without the OSU. I like it. Dead Dude from Duryea. I get a lot of factory sets and try to make 3-year runs and sell as a lot. That actually works because you can fit those in a flat rate box. Buyer pays $15 shipping and a long, medium flat rate. I've been doing this regularly for a few years to move those cards. Hey, if that works for you, do it. If that works, do it up. Do it up. See, and I don't get, I have basically what I do neither. I've got a bunch of, factory sets and, box sets, and they're just sitting in boxes because I don't need to break them up. I probably should just collect them and then take them to a card show and put $5 each, especially this time of year. I'm glad we're talking this out because I think that's what I'll do. Because I might have like 10 or 12 complete sets, factory sets, and some of them are not factory sealed from that era. But put $5 a piece in this time of year, people might buy those. Let's see. Dan says, I was happy to see Green Bay win to move to 5 wins. And that's kind of, it's like, do I want them? But it's like, I'm kind of, we're scoreboard watching. One other, even if it's the Green Bay Packers, we don't want competition for those top picks. And I'm with you, Dan. I agree 100%. I was happy to see Green Bay get a 5th win, but I also want the Lions to do well. James says, what's up? Would you be interested in my 91 Fleer bulk? Haha. James has jokes. James, did you catch it earlier? David Adams has Bowman Draft light boxes from last year for $80. Cyber Monday, David Adams. Hall of Fame card collector, you should update some pricing in your store. A lot of stuff is overpriced, even with 50%. I don't do that. That's why this is why I have offers. I have offers open so people can send me an offer. And if it's like 20% of my listed price, I'll look it up and I'll be like, oh, okay. And so I'll accept your offer or I'll counter it with whatever I feel is the market price. I have 48,000, 47,000 listings. I can't go update pricing on stuff. It's just, if it's overpriced, don't buy it or send me an offer. That's why I have offers. A lot of people don't like offers. Well, I don't want to get lowball on $1.50 cards, $2 cards. But I list more than that. So if there's a $100 card that's overpriced, you can send me an offer. If it's a $40 card, send me an offer for $40. I'll accept it or decline it or counter offer. There's options. I like options. So that's why I don't update pricing. Did you see people set your card show, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, comic book, and others since your card show was sold out? Yeah, so what I wanted to do was count how many tables had Pokemon because this is kind of an experiment that I want to track the percentage of Pokemon dealers and tables to sports cards. Again, a couple more Pokemon dealers were set up. I wonder if I can go through. And I think actually the last dealer in was a Pokemon guy. Oh, that's December. But actually one of my first time dealers who had Pokemon, I'm like, so how'd it go? First time, how'd it go? And he's like, I didn't realize there was going to be so many Pokemon dealers here. And I'm like, oh, it's pretty popular. That's why more and more keep coming. Pretty popular. He's like, yeah, usually we're like one of 5 in a room. And I'm like, yeah, now today you're probably one of 20 in the room. I won't bore you with looking through my list, but I'm gonna mark that down to see. And some of those I can't remember what they have, but I kind of have an idea. So just want to see. And some of those have a little bit of both, but maybe skew one way or the other. Because I know like one of my dealers has 2 tables. One of them's Pokemon, one of them's sports cards. So, let's see. Low Roller says, I'm surprised people didn't steal your quarter box. Well, it's kind of obvious if somebody just picks up a 4-row box. That's why you also have, there's other dealers that look out. So if my neighbor next door sees that I'm not there, he kind of keeps an eye on things. And, most of my customers I know. So if somebody comes up, if Shane's sitting at the quarter box and some random dude comes up and grabs a 4-row box and runs away with it, Shane's going to know, hey, what are you doing? So That's why people don't steal quarter boxes. Let's see. Dan says, am I today years old realizing the OVC isn't in NCAA football anymore? Where did those teams go? I don't see EIU in any active divisions. So is Ohio Valley in? Do they have a football division? They may not have. OVC might not have football. So what league? Because Eastern Illinois is in the FCS. NCAA football. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Are they independent? No. Yeah, I don't know. They're not showing up on my app. I can't remember what league they're in. Let's see. Dan says 11 to 50 on likes. Hit that like button thing. So that's 22%. That's 220. That's better than Mario Mendoza. We can do better. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. James says every third table I seen a Pikachu, right? Let's see. In my store early, wanted to pop on and say hi. Oh, and the Jets jetted on Black Friday. How many days until pitchers and catchers? Mark Marinello in the house. Max says, had my best sales show I have had yet on Saturday. Not total business, but did very well. A lot of the other Pokemon tables are fairly overpriced. Should do well if priced appropriate. There you go. That's the thing. That's the thing. You'll make some sales if you're priced appropriately. Let's see. Dan says OVC had football. This might have happened after last season. Yeah, I'm not sure. They're playing somewhere. Eastern is playing somewhere, and those OVC teams are playing somewhere. I just don't know. I didn't realize OVC didn't have football anymore. What else was I going to talk about? We're at the end of the chat. Low Roller says, I need some Pokemon. I don't want Pokemon. So there's your answer. No Pokemon. So yeah. So let's see. Western Illinois tonight against the Wisconsin Badgers. I may be late tomorrow morning, so it might not be. So Low Roller Scratcher, heads up. Might be late tomorrow morning. Might be late tomorrow morning. Might be on time. Might be late. Might be on time. So, Stuke says OVC is FCS division. They combined with the Big South. There you go. There you go. That's why we didn't see it. Okay, so OVC and the Big South consolidated. Let's see. I am going to the game. Yes, I am going to the game tonight. 6 o'clock tip-off, Western Illinois versus Wisconsin. We've got an alumni social before the game. So I will be at the alumni social this afternoon, and then the 6 o'clock tip. And go Leathernecks. Andy Mack says, are you sure you counted all the Pokemon dealers? You got to catch them all. But Shane says, how bad does Michigan kill? We were joking about that on Saturday. It's going to be like a 42-0 game or 49-0 because Iowa can't score. Stuke says, go Leathernecks. So that's what I had for today. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. Maybe tardy tomorrow morning. We'll see. Go Leathernecks. And that's all I had. So thanks for tuning in. Collector's Dream said, have fun tonight. Saw you on Card Life. Was awesome. Thank you. Awesome. The spread for tonight's game is -20. You're kidding. It can't be that high. 27.5. Although I guess Wisconsin did score 100 this year. Holy shit. You know, I'm taking Western on that line. They might lose by 25, but I don't think they're going to lose by more than 27.5. 27.5 point spread. That might be the biggest spread. Let's see. Today. Let's look. Oh, no. UConn is a 31.5 point favorite over New Hampshire tonight. TCU is a 35.5 favorite over Houston Christian. There's not lines set on some of these because it's Point Loma Naz. Never heard of that. I know that's probably might be one of those Christian, like Division III Christian schools or something. So big line tonight. I'd take Western. I'd take that line, 27.5. Western loses by 26. Cheers, Peter. What's up? All right. So have a great day. Go Leathernecks, and I'll see you tomorrow.